The biggest mistake most breeders make is not how they feed their dogs, how they train their dogs or puppies, or how they market their dogs. No, it is the stud they use. One mistake in breeding, one bad breeding can destroy years of building reputation, years of effort, can destroy your name entirely. And in today's video, we are going to be fixing that. My name is Logadims, a professional dog trainer, breeder, and agricultural entrepreneur. I help Africans, Nigerians build profitable farms, become responsible and ethical breeders, and I also help them build sustainable agri-businesses. So if you love farms, if you love agriculture, if you love dogs, if you love animals, or you love the success stories of agri-business entrepreneurs, this channel is for you. Do well to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when next I drop a video. So there are 5 things, or should I say steps, you need to take or consider. And the first one is understanding your female. Understanding your female. People say charity begins at home, and it is not just about character, but in almost a lot of things in life. Now, you need to understand your female before you know the right male for your female. Look at your female. What is lacking in that your female? What is lacking? Okay, your female lacks the pigmentation, or very good pigmentation. She's not as the dark color is not very pronounced in her or in her coat, and you want the puppies to have that. Let's take for instance the German Shepherd dog breed. Maybe you saw you see your female have a reverse marks, like, or that dark thing is not in her marks, the shades, the pigment is not very pronounced, but you like that feature in your in dogs, and you want your puppies to have that. You put that as one. Let's look at the top line, how your dog moves, the character of your dog. Is your dog timid? Is your dog brave, or what? Let's look at the size of your dog's head, the body, and so on. You look at all these things, understand your female, then you know which male to go for. You don't just go for a male because that male is the latest in town. No. You can go to that male and produce a disaster if you don't understand your female. So it is very important that you make the first move, which is what? Understanding your female. Now, number 2, check the male's pedigree. Now, the first one I mentioned was understanding your female. You have already taken a look at not just the way your female appears. You've looked into her pedigree, look into her line, and so on. Now you have to do the same for the male. You tell the stud owner, please, is this male a pedigree? He says yes. Please, can I have the pedigree details? You get the pedigree details. The pedigree details will show you the parents of that male, the grandparents of that male from both the father and the mother side, the great grandparents from that male from both the father and the mother, and so on. Now, what you start doing is further research. What is the temperament of this dog like? What is the character of this dog like? The nerve. What is the history of production of this dog? Maybe that's a male. Maybe you can also look into the brother of that male, how that the brother of that male or sister of that male is performing or is doing. You take these details, it will be able to give you a guide or give you the ability to predict the outcome of that male. I hope you're understanding me. That is one reason why when I tell people get a pedigree dog, it is so that you know you can be able to predict what you have. But when you go for non-pedigree dogs, you don't have that ability, you don't have that privilege to do these things. So number 2 is what? Look out for the pedigree of the dog. Study the dog. Now, number 3 is look out for compatibility. Look out for compatibility. When I look at compatibility, I'm talking about structure, I'm talking about temperament, I'm talking about the bloodline. So when you put all these things together and you see that they are very much compatible, then it's going to give you a very high success probability or possibility. So when I talk about compatibility, what am I talking about? Okay, let's look at the instance, the one I talked about, Max. Now, your female lacks that pigmentation, that strong pigmentation, but the male has it. They are compatible. This male can influence the puppies. You understand? Now, your female she's not that bold, but she's strong. When she sees an intruder, she backs, and when the person do, you see her reacting or running, becoming scared. Yes, training can help that situation a bit, but the main problem is genetics, so you have to correct it from the root. So you get a male that is firm, very firm, and you balance it. These things I'm just mentioning and so on are compatibility. You look at the head, you look at productivity, and so on. Make sure they are compatible. You don't go for a female that is afraid and the male is also afraid, and because the male is fine, you feel that is okay with you. You are going to be producing very bad tempered puppies, and it is a no when it comes to serious dog activities. That feature, bad tempered dog, weak nerve, weak temperament, is a no for serious breeders. So these things now about compatibility will really help you to think when next you're looking out for a stud for your female. Now, number 4, please, I beg you, never choose a stud because of hype, because of pictures. Please. A lot of people have gone into see not everything anytime you hear imported male, it doesn't mean that male is quality. Go and ask around. Some of those males came in with 1 balls, some no balls at all, some weak temperament, weak character, just weak. In fact, many of the dogs that are imported are, should I say, condemned products in some of those countries. In many of those countries, let me not even say some, in many of those countries they are importing them from. So please, I beg you, as someone, a member of this community, don't go for a dog because of hype, because of pictures. You need to make more critical evaluations on those dogs before you go for them. Please don't make that mistake at all. And number 5, go for medical records and proof of fertility. I have been a victim of this. In fact, I went for it was coming from a reputable breeder. I asked about the fertility, the productivity of that male, and I was told 1. Now, this is not on my part, it was on the breeder's part, who gave me that information, that the dog has littered before and we tried severally. I was spending money, when you want to use studs, quality stud, pedigree studs, you're left with 2 options, one with puppy deal and the other without puppy deal. Let's say, for instance, the average cost for puppy deal is within 150 to 200. You pay the breeder 150 to 200, and then when your female litters, the breeder would be the first to pick a puppy from your litter. But if you say, no, I don't like that, should my litter 3 or so, this guy will come and just take 1 puppy from it, leaving me with only 2. I want to do no puppy deal. You have to pay at least 250 to 400k. So we did, and that's the reason why I'm telling you this. Always look out for proof of fertility and medical. Go for semen analysis. Be sure this dog is fertile. Check the balls. Check the balls. A lot of you don't do that. I recently got a male, very lovely male from outstanding bloodline. But guess what? That male had one paw. I had to return it. A lot of you do not do these checks. And well, trust me to give you the right information. So these are the 5 things you need to do before you think of getting a stud for your female, or even getting a stud for yourself. Are you getting me? So take them seriously, and trust me, you'll be glad you did. Now, if you have questions for me, the comment section is open. And remember, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, do well to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when next I drop a content. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Remember, the right stud can elevate your kennel exponentially, and the wrong stud can destroy your kennel drastically, like extremely. So do well to choose the right stud. Choose the right stud.